Are you ready to take your organization to the next level and become a game changer in your industry? Then look no further. Welcome to Yeukai Business Show, where we bring you the world's top business thought leaders to share their secrets to success, from leadership development to finance, marketing, self-development, human resource management, and much, much more. Our guests reveal the strategies, tactics, and mindsets that have made them so successful. So let's dive in and learn from the best in the business. Hello and welcome back to another very special episode. Look, I'm so grateful that you're here today and you are taking time out to educate yourself, develop yourself, and become better through listening to experts like the expert we have today. This is remarkable. You and I are kindred in spirit because we want to improve every single day. And I honor you for that. And I can't wait to hear your success story after listening to this episode. Now, let me ask you a question. Who doesn't want to know the tips, the tricks, and the secrets of the trade when it comes to this area? I don't know anybody. I think everybody wants to know the shortcuts to getting things done, to getting to the goals faster without losing your life, losing your mind, or even stressed out, or even losing your family. So you stay tuned today and discover exactly what those tips, the tricks, and the secrets in this area today. Now, before I introduce our guest, I want to remind you of the two trainings we've got ready already for you in the community. Number one, our training on how to start, scale, and monetize your podcast training and consulting aspect of it is already ready for you. So if you want to know how to do these things, how to grow your podcasting, how to monetize your podcast, or even just simply to start, we've got you covered. And remember, we've been doing this since 2015. So we've got what works right now, not what used to work, what works right now. So I'm super excited about that. And the second thing I'm excited about and want you to check out, it is a Trevor Stockwell's leadership training. And I know that it is going to help you if you want to streamline your leadership or just want to have a strategy call with Trevor. By the way, Trevor is my business partner. I've known the gentleman, again, since 2005, so many years. And, we've been working together for a good number of years. So I know the stuff that he teaches. I know that he lives and breathes this leadership stuff. So we want you to have access to that. And finally, if you're not yet a member of our community, you want to be part of the community, because at the end of our episode, the conversation that we are starting here will carry on in those in our community, and we want you to be there so you don't miss out. All right, enough of that. I love telling you what we are doing, but I'm more excited right now to listen in and learn from our guests today. Is that great? I know, it's brilliant. Well, there you go. Thank you so much, by the way, for joining us here, and for those who haven't yet come across your work and who don't know who you are, would you tell us a little about yourself, introduce yourself, maybe in terms of your background, your education, and your experience? A lot of people want to know, how you got started, what are you doing right now in this area, what sort of people you're helping. If we could cover all these things right now, that would be amazing.
Hi, everybody. It's Katie Kingsbery here. I currently work at a company called Revkey, where we help small and medium-sized businesses scale their business using digital advertising. Specifically, we specialize in Google Ads. So a little bit about me and how I got started. I did not start out to necessarily enter the advertising industry. I graduated from Providence College in the United States in 2005 with a degree in English and also vocal music, actually. So I thought I wanted to maybe be an opera singer. That's another story for another day. But I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do. And I had done an internship with an advertising agency in New England and really liked it. And I just thought that I wanted to just try something new. And a family friend offered me a job, actually for a newspaper company. The company at the time owned the Chicago Tribune and the LA Times. It was called the Tribune Company. So I started in their New York office as his assistant, and I ended up really loving it. And I think what I liked about it was it's a very social industry. I really got to meet all sorts of different people. It employed a lot of critical thinking and public speaking skills as well. And I moved from there. I knew that I needed to get out of print media because it was a little bit of a dying business and into more of a digital arena. And actually, my next job after that company was at the Wall Street Journal Digital Network as a sales planner, where I planned and sold large digital media campaigns for large technology and telecom advertisers like AT&T and Sprint. And I actually found that the digital media really fit my skill set from an analytical perspective. I really enjoyed data and a little bit the minutia, but I really enjoyed data. And then from there, I spent a few years at the Wall Street Journal, and then I kind of actually on a little bit, my husband had been recruited to apply to a software engineering role at Google. And he had said to me, this is a fantastic company. And obviously it was Google. This was 2009. And he said, you should just apply. They're hiring for all sorts of different roles. So I applied for an account manager sales position at Google. And to my surprise, I actually got a call back, went through the application process and was offered the job. And so I was there for several years and became what I considered to be an expert in Google Ads and in paid search media. Of course, also I worked with YouTube and display as well. And we sold all across the platform, all of Google's properties. But I was specifically focused on paid search. So this really informs my role now, where we are working with businesses looking to scale, looking to improve their digital footprint and just be found online. And I am proud to say that I've definitely helped all sorts of different businesses do that. Actually, many of our clients are therapists, so psychologists, psychiatrists, running group practices, or they're sole practitioners. I do have other types of clients as well. We have financial advisors, independent financial advisors as well, who have been very successful with this. But some of my success stories, I will say we've helped started as a smaller group practice focused primarily on online therapy in the state of Pennsylvania. When we started working with them a couple years ago, they had about 5 clinicians. They now have over 30 clinicians. They've grown 443% in revenue in the last 2 years, and they have an annual revenue of about $7 million now. So that's been a fantastic success story, both for them and for us, and I think a testament to the efficacy of just really good digital marketing, of getting your brand out there. And then aside from that, we've also helped, smaller companies, smaller therapy practices, even just, again, sole practitioners who want to, I had a client who had just moved to Alaska and was setting up her therapy practice. She was obviously new to the area. It had always been her dream to live in Alaska. So she was able to fulfill her dream, get her word out there about her business, and built, a thriving practice. It was just her. She didn't have any employees, but she had a nice wait list. She had a great portfolio of clients. And, we often joke that we are victims of our own success in a way, because we end up putting ourselves out of business to an extent. But, we get our clients to a point where they're so successful that sometimes they actually just don't need us anymore. But the good part about that is, hopefully they pass the word along about how effective it's been to work with our company, Revkey. So it's a little bit about myself, and hopefully that was helpful.
Amazing. Clearly, you are not a new kid on the block, really. You've been at it for a long time. So let's dive deep and begin to talk about this subject. So What is a tip you wish someone had shared with you in the areas right when you got started? Maybe uh, expand it in terms of why this tip was so valuable and the best way for business owner to put this tip into action. And if there's any tools or websites or even apps that any first time user may be able to access, and maybe if they got stuck in implementing this tip, what can they do today to get unstuck? I know there's quite a few questions there, but if we could expand on this as detailed and logical as we possibly can, that'll be truly amazing for all those who are taking notes right now.
So one tip I would suggest to people looking to advertise in digital media to really get their brand out there, one thing that we always suggest at Revkey, first and foremost, is to pay attention to the quality of your website. And really that entails understanding your website traffic, and some key metrics such as how much time are users spending on your website, what are the top pages that they tend to frequent the most, what is the sequence that they tend to go through. Is there one particular page they tend to start on? Are there any other topics that they find really valuable? To really know and understand your own website. And then as a corollary to that, at Revkey, we also suggest that they really understand their own business. So this is often, I think, very difficult for especially smaller businesses who are just starting out. It's a lot to keep track of. There's all sorts of things you're worrying about. There's, how many leads do I have coming in? How am I going to pay the bills next month and pay my staff? But to really understand, what is the lifetime value of a client? What is your churn rates, if that's applicable? And to have a very good sense of all of your key business metrics. I think if you have those two things in place, then it will actually make digital advertising a lot more easy for you to do. So certain things you can do to start getting on top of this, specifically for understanding your website, would really just be to simply make sure you have something like Google Analytics installed. It's not hard to install and set it up, although we obviously do this for clients all the time. And to just let it start collecting data on your website. What Google Analytics does is it evaluates all the traffic to your site, and it will be able to tell you how people are getting to your site. Is that from an organic search? Is that from direct traffic, meaning people just type into your website directly and come there? How are they finding you? And then again, what is the user behavior once they're on your website? I think if you have a good handle on those metrics, then when you go to run paid media, you'll be able to understand, okay, how effective is my paid media? What's my return on investment for my paid media? Meaning, if I get a lead that comes into my business, what's the rate at which I'm able to turn that lead into an actual client? Then once they're an actual client, what are they really worth to me? And then you can go back and look at, okay, how much am I actually spending on my digital media, and what kind of ROI am I getting on this? So these are things that we at Revkey as a digital agency help business owners figure out all the time.
It's awesome. That is incredible. I certainly wish I knew this tip right before I got started. But then, this is what happens. You discover these things as you go. Let's dive deep and talk about a trick now. What is a cool trick, perhaps, you have figured out or discovered in this area that would really help business owners like me in our audience to get things done? Maybe in this area, we could talk about how to, the best way to implement this trick. Really, any tools available right now that people can use, and how long the trick can take to implement. And of course, if people are stuck in implementing this, what can they do today to get them out of that dreaded place where they're stuck? And I know we can do that.
So one trick, and it's a little bit of common sense, but I think business owners don't always think about this, is in terms of writing ad copy. Your ad copy actually really matters, even in a very data-driven strategy type medium like Google Ads. We always suggest starting out, your description actually with a question, some kind of hook that really speaks to your audience. And this involves, I think, really understanding your audience's pain points. So a good example of this might be, for therapists, I often start writing ad copy for their clients to say, are you struggling with a life transition? Are you struggling with anxiety or depression? Well, we can offer really quality, empathetic therapy for you, near you or conveniently online. That's a type of ad copy we might write for them. But it starts again with that hook, getting their attention, maybe asking a question, and also showing that we have a deep understanding of their target audience and their potential clients. So that's one trick. In terms of getting stuck on writing ad copy, I think to really run an effective Google Ads campaign, you really do need to hire somebody who is an expert and who knows what they're doing. It's helpful to understand the medium, to understand, not just this trick I just explained, but also understand how to actually set this up properly, how to run it, how to interpret the data, how to employ various different strategies that we all know at Revkey and that we help clients with all the time. So if someone is a little bit stuck, actually, I think the way to get unstuck might be to call us.
I hope, Bill, you're getting this because I'm finding this very, very useful. And I'm hoping that we are also taking notes on this as well. Let's dive deep into talking about the secret now. We've covered the tips and we've covered the tricks. And now let's talk about this secret. What is the secret? Every business owner needs to know when it comes to this area. Why is it so important? And why is it secret? And why don't we, or don't many people know about it? Really, why don't I know about it? Well, I would know if it was not a secret, but we want to explore more about this so that a lot of people will be helped. And also talk about the tools. I always want to talk about tools because I've discovered that for everything that you do, you can do better when you've got the right tools. So would you help us in this area, please?
So I suppose one secret I could tell any business owner about digital media and specifically about Google Ads. If you know a little bit about Google Ads, you know that when you're setting up a campaign, it's driven by bidding on keywords. Keywords are words or phrases that approximate a user's search on their browser on Google. And you want to make sure that your keyword selection is as actionable as possible in order to have a highly converting and a campaign that's going to get you a really high return on your investment. So sometimes people, when they first go into this, they think, well, I want to appear for really just any search, say, related to financial investing or financial planning, or say for, depression or anxiety. But actually, that's not really what you want. What you want is a keyword selection that is capturing the user at the moment when they're most likely to take action. So it's not just appearing for just the search, I have anxiety. It's appearing for the search, anxiety therapist, for instance, or it's not just appearing for, how do I invest my 401k? It's find a financial planner near me. But you really does take not just an understanding of just that secret in particular, but again, finding an expert. Obviously, Revkey, we I work with, all of us are experts on this platform. We've all helped clients thrive and grow using digital media and specifically Google Ads. So I would definitely suggest reaching out to us or to a different company, obviously that understands the medium really well.
This is great. We are actually coming toward the end of our time here together. But the good news is this conversation doesn't end here. We'll carry it on in our community, which I'm excited about. And again, if you're not yet a member of our community, you want to go and join the community so you can carry on with the conversation. Are there any other juicy tips, tricks, and secrets at this point that you feel business owners like me can benefit from knowing them?
No, I think just to summarize, it would really be to understand your customer, to have a strong understanding of your website and to be tracking the data related to your website, to understand core business metrics, lifetime value of a customer, churn rate, etc. And to understand a little bit about digital advertising and Google Ads, and also to employ the expertise of people who do this for a living, a company like us, like Revkey, to help you execute.
And finally, is there anything I haven't asked you today about this area and that you think, you know what, knowing what I know now and with what is happening out there, this will be a great tip or a great trick or a great secret to share with our knowledge, our community. Would you share that with us today?
Yeah, I think just one last thing would be around perseverance. Sometimes starting and growing a business is all about, trying and failing, but then trying again and finally succeeding. And, sometimes it takes the help of an expert in the field in Google Ads. And sometimes it's just, really trying and trying again to make sure you're reaching that core audience of yours and you're really influencing them in the right way with the right messaging at the right time in the right place to get them to take action to consider you.
Wow. What do you think, Bill? This has been great. I absolutely love what we have discovered here today. And I will certainly be listening to this myself over and over and over again, because repetition, it is what is going to get these things cemented in us. So once again, thank you so much for a great interview. And I never want to finish off our conversation without giving you an opportunity to share your website or your social media handles with our community, because I know for a fact there will be people who wants to connect with you directly in that way, or even a book for a strategy session, or even for a call with you, so that you can start that journey with them. So could you tell us a little bit about your website or your social media handles so that we can connect you with you in that way?
Sure, absolutely. Our website is revkey.com. And you'll see when you go there that I work with, my name is Katie Kingsbery. We help businesses of all sizes grow and thrive in the digital world and be found online. You'll see when you go there that I work with a group of real digital media experts, specifically Google Ads experts. And all of us are available to help answer any of your questions, to have just an exploratory meeting, or to really help execute your digital campaign.
Excellent. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a great conversation, truly. Great tips, great tricks, and secrets in this area. We are truly blessed, really, to have an opportunity to discover these things now, and that will help us in our business now and in the future. Now, as you can tell, we did not cover everything. We barely scratched the surface. And this conversation is going to carry on in the community, and like we always do with our other recordings. So we want you, if you're not yet a member of our business community, and that is Yeukai Business Community, we want you to click the link below so you can create an account for yourself. Download the app on your phone. Works exactly like WhatsApp or Facebook. Just go in there and you will be taken care of, and ask any questions. Don't be a spectator, just participate, and you will get more out of this than if you were just watching by the sideline. This is going to be great. So click the link below and join the community. And I know my guests, all of my guests, are in there helping people as well beyond our time on the podcast here today. So until next time, as we always say, live well, live with passion, know that the best is truly, truly yet to come. I truly believe that with all my heart, and that's why I keep saying it. And I know it's the same thing for you, to live well, love on your family, love on your relative, love on those that you get the opportunity to live with. And live with passion, not hold back, live to the full. Whatever gift you have been given, whatever opportunity you've been given, live fully. And remember, the best is truly yet to come. Life may be difficult for you perhaps right now, or maybe things are not working out the way you want them to be right now. But believe me, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And keep coming back into these areas and figuring out what is working and communicating with other people. You will get out of it stronger and more powerful, and you're going to help other people do extremely well. I'm very proud of you for taking time to be here. In fact, I know you and I are kindred in spirit. We are truly out there, want to develop ourselves and make something out of ourselves and be great contributors in all way around. Now, I know I'm going over, but listen, I am rooting for you. I know all my guests are rooting for you. My team is all rooting for you. We want you to succeed. So live well, live with passion. Know that the best is yet to come. See you in the community today or over the next few weeks from now. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to Yeukai Business Show. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode and have gained valuable insights and inspiration from our amazing guest. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review to help us spread the word. Also, be sure to check out our Leadership Ultimate Success Mastermind program, which is designed to help you and leaders in our community to do great things and support each other along their leadership journey. Until next time, live well, live with passion, know that the best is truly yet to come.